Thank you for joining us here on the Neutral Zone. I am Phil Milani, joined as always by my esteemed colleague, my partner in crime. Really, the best way to describe this person is my everything. It's at Eric Dalala.
What's up, Phil?
What's going on,
What's
dude?
happening?
What's happening?
What's the tone?
We got a good environment here in the studio, I think, today.
Good vibes?
Good vibes only.
Coming off a fresh dub?
Coming off that dub, and Ben Swanson is back.
I'm back.
Flanneled up.
It's that time of year.
Oh,
Snow's
man.
coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's
You
your
ready?
Flannel out.
Where's your axe?
Left it outside.
Oh, yeah.
How's the beard doing these days?
Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Looks nice. You rub some.
You have to listen. You have to watch on YouTube to find out for yourself.
You rub some beard butter in that thing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No?
Little just for men in there? Darken it up a little bit?
Darken it up?
No.
Yeah.
That's all natural.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh,
say.
really?
Yeah.
You don't do any, like, some nice, they
Sometimes
got
there's a beard oil.
beard balm?
Oils? You
Oh,
do
you
some
do it-
oils?
Yeah.
A balm?
Every once in a while.
Who told you to use the balm?
I don't use it.
You know what a balm does?
You smell like peppermint? What do you do? Phil,
No, I don't.
reach over there and
I'm
sniff
not
it.
smelling. I'm not smelling
Sniff
that.
the beard real
Yeah.
quick. See what's going
That
on.
would make me
no.
uncomfortable too.
I think it smells like pumpkin spice.
Oh, yeah,
No?
the pumpkin spice balm.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, spooky season.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, oils,
Nice.
oil paints.
Some oils?
It all
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
yeah. You just use the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, we're having fun here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
we're talking
Good start.
talking
Off
Broncos.
to a great start.
Yeah, talking Broncos. Eric, we'll talk about this streak against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Huh?
Yeah. What would snap in that? What would that do for this Broncos squad? Maybe a little bit of confidence before the bye week. Let's imagine this situation.
Hold on.
Okay, you
Let me
ready?
put on my imagination cap.
Yeah, hypotheticals. We deal in them
Yep.
on the show here. The Broncos beat the Packers.
That's reality.
Okay,
We
that
don't have
already
to
happened.
imagine that.
Okay, they follow that up with a win against the Chiefs.
How's that happen? Tell me.
Then you have a nice bye week.
Tell me how it happens.
That's what we'll talk about.
No, but like in the scenario, what you see, like a nice field goal at the end, or like maybe a game-saving easy interception.
The Broncos win, and they set a new record, 130 points to 0. That's how they win.
So you're leading in.
It's in a hypothetical situation. Yeah. So they break all kinds of records.
For 130 points. Okay?
Yeah. And they make up. They were like, we lost 16 in a row just so that we could have this, and it was 130 to 0.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they go to the bye week.
Yep.
You'd be on cloud 9 for a long time, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You'd be
Long
feeling really
time.
nice.
Yeah.
You're feeling really nice.
I pull out my trusty schedule. I'd be scheduling dubs everywhere after that.
Yeah.
After 130 wins or 130 points
Yeah.
in a win.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
That would be
That would
crazy.
be amazing. I don't know if that's going to happen, but maybe a win. Maybe.
Win could happen. Okay.
We'll talk about what it'll take.
Yes.
And then also, just 2 wins at home. What would that mean for this team? Just being able to capture some more of that mile high magic. It's supposed to be a little snowy, as Swanson said. Game time highs maybe in the low 30s. Is that a good thing for the Broncos?
The highs are in the lows. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. The high is in the low 30s.
That's confusing to me.
Of course, you'll be in the press box with
Cozy
some
press
hot
box
cocoa.
with my blankie.
You do
Cocoa.
marshmallows in it or no?
No. Kind of like Swanson's beard. It's just natural.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some oils. And then, of course, they got a problem with Travis Kelce. So, what are they gonna have to do?
They got a problem with him?
Yeah.
What's
They got a problem with Travis Kelce.
What's their
yes.
problem with him?
The fact that he catches a lot of.
Got it.
He does the yards.
He's a problem.
He a problem.
But they don't have a problem with him.
He's him.
They have a problem.
The problem is him.
The problem is him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's him.
And they
Hi,
got a-
he's the problem.
he's the problem.
That's a Taylor Swift little reference there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's multiple layers to
Yep.
all of this. Are you gonna try and go find Taylor? Like you just like knock on boxes? Like, hey, is
I
she
think
in
Taylor's
there?
going to find me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course, she famously loves to come into the press box.
I heard that. that.
Yeah.
Is she going to be there?
Yeah. There's some rumors swirling around.
Oh,
it's
they
possible.
swirl?
They swirl.
What happens?
That's what happens. Yeah. I'm sure if you watch the game on TV, you'll know immediately if she's there.
Good.
Yeah. You'll have to see how she sneaks her way into the stadium, though. I think I heard that she snuck into one stadium like in a popcorn machine.
I think she was going to be dressed as Swanson's easel.
You're going to carry her in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to get that thing
They're like,
screened
clear
by
the way,
security.
Swanson's coming through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just whoop, right through.
They're like, gosh, that easel looks a lot like a person.
Don't look in here. Yeah. Yeah. And then also, we'll talk just a little bit about 2 games in 17 days, Eric.
This is a lot of things to talk about, Phil.
Well, I don't know if each one will be its own topic. We'll just sort of
Which
have a
one is the
nice
most
conversation. It's impossible to tell. Yeah, it's impossible
Good
to
to
tell. Before we jump into that, though, Eric, this is an interactive.
Oh,
It's an interactive show.
it is.
We will have a couple of voicemails later on, but tell people how they can get involved.
Phil, there's really almost too many ways to keep track of.
Yeah,
You could
it's
leave
like
it.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Too many.
For me, that's too many.
That's too many.
You could leave an email at neutralzoneshow@gmail.com. You could leave a voicemail at 707-NEUTRAL.
Neutral.
As we mentioned, we'll play some of those at the end
You can have your voice on the show.
on the show. Were we playing the Taylor one we got or no?
That when she called?
Yeah.
I don't think illegal was
can't.
like you
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, our friend
owns it.
Tim.
She owns.
He said no.
Yeah, they said nope.
The rights, kind of confusing.
Yeah, Bill was. He just said no.
Yeah. How did he say it?
No.
Got it.
Yeah.
You could you could go to Twitter and tweet at us directly on X machine at Phil Milani with a PH,
The X machine.
at Eric Dalal with an A, at Ben Swanson. It's kind of a paint emoji that he it's at paint emoji. Kind of fun.
One emoji.
Yeah.
He of course was the first to use it.
The first,
Yeah,
yep.
he got it.
Yeah.
He got it. Yeah. Copyrighted, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or Phil, you could go to the Broncos official YouTube page, scroll down in the neutral zone, watch it, hit subscribe. Swanson, what is that? What does it sound like? Oh gosh.
An alarm goes off.
What's happening?
That's nice.
And then you leave a comment and we'll read it right here on the air as long as your username is appropriate.
Appropriate. And
Sometimes
sometimes
we'll still read
Sometimes I'll still read it. Of course, last week we talked a lot about flag football being in the Olympics.
it. Yep.
Darren Tadlock. That's appropriate. It says, I coach a Broncos junior flag football team in California. It must be called the Broncos.
I think that's a good guess,
That's nice.
considering that's what it said.
He goes, I would definitely send Phil on go routes every play as a diversion.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Eric?
try, we,
Have
try,
to be a long developing play.
we try to send you on go away routes, but it doesn't,
Yeah,
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't
Like
work.
Phil, just go,
I don't know why.
go do that right now.
Eric looks like the kind of player that would tie his flag belt together. So he can't pull it off.
Oh, wow. Okay, a little bit of a shot.
Yeah. And then he goes, Ben Swanson would be standing around asking if he could get the ball this time.
It would be smart if you did.
Zach Corolla or Zach Carroll Art. I'm not sure which one. It's either Zach Corolla RT or it's Zach Carroll Art.
Okay.
It's impossible to tell,
All the
actually,
neurons are firing.
because all of the letters are all together. There's no space. There's no underscore,
Any capitals?
no capitals.
Ugh.
So you really just
What
don't
if
know.
it's Za? Craw.
2 C's to start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Maybe Zach could, or Za could, maybe really likes pizza, and he's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
Za.
man, Za. Pass the Za. Give me a slice of Za.
Possible.
Yeah. He says, we talk always about what Swanson wears. He says, Swanson wears a ShamWow, and it absorbs all the drip he has. Remember the ShamWow? Or you
No, of course
You
I remember the
remember that?
ShamWow. I don't remember it being big enough to
He wears a ShamWow.
Yeah.
Custom. Sewn all together.
Custom all together. Yeah.
big ShamWow.
Big ShamWow. Our friend Barry. That's all it says here.
Barry who?
Barry, just Barry.
Okay.
Says Swanson's always on a bye week.
Ooh.
Swanson,
Shots fired.
always on a bye week. And that's all the comments we had. It was sort of a lighter week.
Oh, that's okay.
Light week.
Where's Donna at?
I don't know where Donna Didier.
Or gal?
Yeah. Tom, our friend Tom.
Tommy.
He's got to come through.
Yep.
Tom
More
is
of an
big
X
on
guy.
X. He's on X.
What about,
he's on X.
What's our guy's name who always gives you a hard time?
Everybody gives me a hard. That doesn't really. That's not a John Jornad.
Yeah.
No.
He does the emails. Yeah.
No.
See, I
The guy
could just
the
keep
guy
naming guys. You're like,
on
no.
YouTube, but you never say Medambale. Sorry.
Oh, Metambale. Yeah.
I haven't heard from them in a while. I think.
That's a tough.
Where's he been,
That's
huh?
a tough
He
YouTube
misses a
handle.
live show,
Yeah.
probably.
He does miss a live show. that we used to do.
Metambale,
RIP.
you get back up in here.
Metambale, get going.
Yeah.
Those people used to comment all the time.
Tough
No,
crowd.
they're
What does it
just
say about
missing.
the show?
Let's
move on.
I don't know.
I think run a go route that way. Out of this
Yeah. You want me to get
studio.
out of the studio and then go which way?
way.
Down on the elevator and
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Please, thank you.
We'll throw it to you. Just keep looking back.
Well, so that's all of our comments, but we will have voicemails later on.
Okay.
So let's just jump into the football talk here, Eric. The Broncos again set to host the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, these two squads played 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football.
Oh.
So one game was played on a Thursday. This one's going to be played on a Sunday. You got that, right?
Okay, I'm following.
I'm just wondering, because of the proximity of the two games,
Yep.
do you think that there's going to be a lot of differences this time around? How the Broncos, what's the strategy going against the Chiefs here? Or will the games look a little similar in terms of what they're trying to do?
Yeah, I think defensively you should be trying to do the same
the
thing,
same-
right? Because
yeah.
it worked.
So do the stuff that worked and then change the stuff that didn't work.
I think that's a really good idea.
it's a good idea.
All right. Well, it's great to be with you today.
Okay, you've been listening to?
I do think defensively the plan needs to be the same in terms of not allowing the big play. That seemed to be a focus. Keep everything underneath, and maybe
Watch
you
for
give
the
up,
hook and ladder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Maybe you give up a 15, 20-yarder, but don't give up. You watch the Chargers highlights from last week. I mean, they're just giving up 60-yarders here and there. Like they're
That's
candy
true.
on Halloween.
That's true. You can't play like
You're going to Swanson's house and
you,
he's
how
handing
many
out
you give
free
out?
paintbrushes.
How many you give out?
They're giving out it's just
Full-size bars.
baskets. Yeah. It's like the porch lights on. There's a bucket of candy. No one's there.
Uh-huh.
One kid just dumps the whole thing in his sack
Oh, and he runs away.
and he runs away.
Wow.
You can't do that.
You're not allowed to do that.
No.
Especially you got like ring cams now and all
Oh
these
my
things.
gosh.
You're going
Not
to
a
get
sponsor,
caught.
but yeah.
You're going to get caught.
Someone's going to find you.
I will find you.
So I think that you've got to, you can't let them beat you with the 50-yard, 60-yard chunk plays, momentum
No.
type plays, right? Where they hurt you. You've got to make them earn it, move down the field slowly, and then in the red zone, do I expect the Broncos to hold them to 1 of 5 again? Probably not.
That's where they tighten up, though, down there.
They tighten up, but can you hold them to 2 of 5? Can you hold them to 2 of 4? So where you're looking at maybe giving up 27, 24 to 27 points instead of 35 points, right? Because I think if you get into a game where you've got to score 38 points to win,
it's tough.
it's tough.
Too tough.
Too tough.
Too tough.
But I think if you're in a scenario where, hey, the Broncos, hold them to 24 points, hold them to 27 points, I can see a world where the Broncos, if they're clicking on all cylinders offensively, could score in the high 20s and find a way to pull out a win that way. So it's got to be, don't let them, as you like to say, Phil, do the easy touchdowns.
No easy.
And then kind of bow up in the red zone, keep them at 50% or below when they're down there. And I think you'll find yourself defensively in a position where you can win the game. So that's one thing defensively. I think the other thing is the Chiefs are so good at stealing points, right, at the end of the half.
Oh, yes,
Or there's 10
yeah.
seconds left, and any other team is taking a knee or they're throwing they're throwing it to the middle of the field and clock runs out. This team, there's 10 seconds left. It's almost a guaranteed 3 points.
Yeah.
You got to find a way to not let them win those final moments of either half defensively if you want to give yourself a chance to win. So I think that's where it starts in terms of what do you want to continue to do defensively, hold them in the red zone, clean it up in terms of those end of half scenarios.
I think one of the things that makes the Chiefs so hard to play against is that they can win in a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? So like close, low-scoring games, like that the Thursday nighter, they're able to win those type of games. And then like last week against the Chargers, they just go they can go crazy on offense and play that way too. But I do think that this Chiefs defense is better than we've seen in a long time from Kansas City here. I mean, I don't think the Chargers scored in the second half last week.
True.
So that game looked like it was going to be a back and forth sort of classic. And the defense for Kansas City just said, not anymore.
Right.
But they said, enough.
Enough.
So I do think that they're really good on the defensive side of the ball. And then, of course, there's a Travis Kelce problem on the other side. So I think the big question, like everybody's been talking about around here, is like, what do you do with Travis Kelce? It's been a big puzzler for 8 years now, something like that. I don't think there's one answer. I think the Broncos played a lot of zone defense last time. And the problem with that is that Kelce and Mahomes are so good at being on the same page that Kelce just finds these pockets, he settles, and boom, the ball's right there, and there's like no time. So I think that's really difficult. But if you play just man against these guys, that's what happens a lot on third down. I think that teams will play man against them, and that's when Mahomes gets loose because all your guys are down the field, and then once the pocket collapses, Mahomes can just take off and beat you that way. So I think it's really difficult. They're going to have to play some sort of a combination of defense, I think, where part of the defense is playing zone, and then like maybe two guys are like assigned to Kelce. You know, where
matchup zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do some sort of a combination because whatever they tried to do last time in that first half, even with a bum ankle, Kelce was just going crazy. So he does that against everybody. I don't think there's like one answer, but if you could just sort of limit what he can do, you know, people have been saying, why don't you put Surtain on him? I think that could be a good option. That, of course, frees up stuff on the outside. And also, I mean, Kelce is a tough guard for anybody. So
yeah, and listen, Travis had a great first half against the Broncos. They still scored 10 points until that last possession, right, where the Broncos essentially made 3 consecutive errors, where there was a timeout called, there was a bad punt, and then there was a defensive penalty that put them in position to, or sorry, a special teams penalty that gave them more yardage, and then they gave up defensively a play that got you into long field goal range. I think the thing about the zone and playing the way they did defensively is that the reason it was so high scoring in the Chiefs-Chargers game is because there were so many big plays. That the offensive kept going back and forth. I think the key has to be to make the Chiefs have 6-minute drives, 7-minute drives, and then offensively you have to then go out and convert third downs, run the football well, have 8-minute drives of your own. Time of possession,
that'll be big.
And keep it low scoring, 14-14 at half, something like that. If you're in a situation where it's 27-24 at halftime, I don't think that's going to be a game you want to play.
Yeah.
And so
even Sean talked about that last time. He was like, I was happy with the way the game was unfolding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I think in terms of how they handled Kelce, he had a big game and he was playing well. And there were times where you're like, gosh, I wish you could find a way to stop him. But
it didn't kill him.
But it didn't kill a Trav didn't kill him.
Kill a Trav. Is that what they call him?
Yeah, that's his Twitter handle, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't follow him.
Yeah.
I just turn on my TV and he's
you
literally on it. They're like, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back.
Here's 3 Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. I thought, what break?
He's a good player.
It's just more Travis Kelce.
Player.
It is.
Check wrong. At T Kelce.
Huh?
Oh,
look up Killer Trav.
I think the T that's probably Travis.
Look up Killer Trav. That's a thing. Anyway, while Swanson's looking that up.
Maybe Taylor changed it.
Yeah, maybe before.
Oh, maybe
our marketing people got with his people, and
I just you can look at the stat sheet and say, Travis Kelce had a great first half. And to be fair, they stopped him in the second half. He wasn't nearly as effective. But
he had done his damage.
But I think there's something to be said that even if you have a guy that's at 90 yards, 100 yards, as long as they're not scoring points and you're holding them in the red zone, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I think what has to happen, though, is offensively you have to find a way to convert third downs, stay on the field. And if you hit a chunk play to a Marvin Mims or somebody like that, that's great, and you'll take it. But I do think there's, like you said, Sean Payton wants to play that game where this is a grinded-out game. There's not as many possessions.
Yeah.
You've just got to be efficient. And I think that type of game gives the Broncos the best chance to win. And that if you are worried about limiting Travis Kelce to to 30 or 40 yards, and so you double
Change a
him
lot.
and you change too much of what you're doing, and now Mahomes is free to attack over the top. You might be outsmarting yourself in some ways.
Yeah. Just don't get. I think if you keep everything in front of you, long term, you're going to have better chances winning the game.
And a lot of his catches are they're 5-yard curls or 7-yard curls, and he gets a few
Breaks a
yards
tackle.
after. Yeah. So make the tackle. Limit him to 5 yards. Are there going to be times that he converts a third down, that he makes a big play? Yeah, he's really good. He's a Hall of Fame player. Mahomes is a future Hall of Fame player, and they're going to make those plays. But don't let you just got to avoid the big plays that, hey, they score in 10 seconds, you're on the field again, and you can't get a first down, and now they're back on the field, score again. I mean,
that's when it gets out of control.
Things where you put the game and it just gets out of reach. Make them earn things, and then on offense, as Russell Wilson said, be in 2nd and 5, be in 3rd and 2.
First down, second down, first down.
Exactly. Don't even get to.
I don't even like third downs.
Sean Payton talked about that this week. You can tell an offense is playing really well when they're not getting to third down.
Yeah.
Right? When it's first down, second down, boom, back to first down.
That's
how many downs do you even need?
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah. Stay ahead of the chains, I think is what they call that.
Yeah.
Or the sticks, maybe. Sometimes they say sticks.
They say sticks.
Sticks and chains.
So that defensively, I think, is key. I think there's a mental element of being locked in that you've got to always be ready on every snap. And some teams, they're not going to test you on every down. It's 1st and 10 at their own 20. They're going to run it.
Nice little run.
It's not going to test you. The Chiefs at any moment could break one for 50, 60 yards. We talked about the end of the first half scenario where you just give up 3 points for free, essentially. I mean,
their eyes, there's always people like moving all over the place. You're looking, you're like, where am I looking? Boom.
And the Broncos have the benefit of saying, oh, let's do what we did again defensively. Well, Andy Reid's been watching that tape too, and is going to say, okay, well, hey, here's something we can do in the red zone that's going to get them.
Yeah.
So you've got to assume probably that they're going to score a few more points, but can you keep them in the mid-20s instead of jumping all the way up to the 30s, where I think it'll be hard to win the football game. And then offensively, Phil, like we mentioned, converting third downs. But I think the other thing is this team has not been good the last few weeks in the red zone, right?
Yeah, like in the first half against the Packers, they're up just 9-0. They should have been 21-0.
Should have been 21-0. I think they were 1 of 4 in that game. And then against the Jets, 2 of 4. They were 1 of 1 against Kansas City, but that's just they didn't move the ball very well. So
yes, I believe they only had 82 yards of total passing.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be better in the red zone. Say you get down there 3 times, 4 times, maybe once can you kick a field goal. You got to score touchdowns down there, and then you cannot turn the ball over. And I know it's important every week, but
Nick Bolton's not playing in this one.
Nick Bolton's not playing, so maybe no long returns for touchdowns.
Yeah. He's a Bronco killer. They always have one Broncos killer.
Well, they have a lot of them.
Yeah, but like
over the years,
Sorensen.
Sorensen's been that. Tyrann Mathieu's been that.
He was just there to kill the Broncos, and that was it.
Tyrann Mathieu did the same thing.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Like they, I feel like Willie Gay's made some plays against the Broncos here over the years.
Bolton is that guy now.
Bolton. Who's the guy that destroyed Joe Flacco?
Oh, and then he fumbled and then he returned it for a touchdown
and just ended the game.
Yeah. I don't know who that was.
Every year.
Chris Jones, maybe?
No, I don't think it was him.
I'm trying.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm trying. But, Phil, I think that this is one of those games where you've just got to play a clean football game, and the Broncos have been good when they haven't turned the football over. I think Russell Wilson has made good decisions for the most part. He had the first pick was not good. I don't know what happened there against Kansas City. But the second one, a deflection, kind of unlucky there. That actually was a good drive. The Broncos were moving the football well, and it gets taken away there. But
I think Russ said that the Chiefs are the number 1 team in the NFL in batted passes.
Yeah.
I don't know if Swanson, that one might be hard to look up, but
now you're going to try.
that one's probably going to be difficult. But that's what Russ said. I'll just say we're not saying that. Russell Wilson's saying that.
And he said he thinks that.
And he said he thinks that. So who knows?
Yeah.
But it's possible. Let's just say it's possible.
50-50 chance, right?
Yes, so they either are or they're not. Exactly. 50-50.
That's a good point.
They could be really good at batting passes.
They are really good. I think we can say that.
You know what you do for that? Pump fake. Because when they're already up in the air, when they're coming Let me explain it. See, you look like you're going to throw it.
Yep.
They jump up into the air.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but you didn't really throw it.
Ooh. Then what happens?
Then they, because of gravity, start to come back to the earth.
Yep.
And then you throw it.
What if they jump again really quick?
No.
Okay.
You got to time it right.
Oh,
Pump, then throw.
like the Jordan Love.
Yeah. What did he do? Oh, the reflection, the ricochet?
He did the exact thing you're just talking about.
He did a
Jonathan
pump
Cooper.
fake?
Yes, Jonathan Cooper
he
jumped
did the
out.
Yeah, that's true. But
pump fake.
it still got deflected, though.
No, it didn't. It went. He
The
threw
ricochet? On the ricochet?
He threw it to the guy he meant to throw it to.
Yeah, but then it got...
It hit the guy in the hands.
It did?
Yes.
I thought somebody batted that, and then I thought it went
No,
over.
it hit the receiver in the hands. He dropped it. It went up in the air, and
And then he got it. Oh, I thought...
it was literally exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. So you do the Jordan Love, except he catches it. Your receiver, the guy you wanted it to get to, he catches it.
Okay.
You do that.
Well, I mean, you could do either one. If the other guy catches it too, that's good.
Yeah. It's kind of like a fast hook and ladder, kind of, a hot potato, if you will.
Except it's forward.
Yeah.
Why is that allowed, huh?
Yeah, makes
Forward
you
pass,
think,
not allowed?
makes you think.
That allowed?
Yeah, you can't advance the ball.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Take it off the board.
A lot of rules that we
So basically,
we
it
didn't
was
learn about.
19 to 10.
Do you know why that wasn't a Surtain interception?
I think they said that the receiver just had possession.
Yeah, but I think Pat had it too.
I think they're saying the receiver had it more.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. Yeah, it's kind of one of those.
Who cares?
Who knows?
What is it? It doesn't really matter.
What if
Right?
that happens again?
Hopefully, Surtain. I mean, if
Rips.
Surtain just rips it away from him.
That's true. You know those little sort of stress things where you
course,
just like maybe the grip master or whatever.
Maybe, he's been walking around with those all week.
Really?
Yeah.
Just yeah, that would be a
His
good
grip
idea.
was fine. It was more about ripping it away.
Oh, so
Maybe
ripping.
some bicep
How do you do
curls.
ripping?
I think Brett. You do some Brett
Ripping.
ripping.
Yeah.
I think some bicep curls maybe.
Or that could be like a nice drill too, like practice ripping it away.
Ooh,
You never
yeah.
see that.
Like,
You never see
you
that.
never do see that.
Yeah, you never see it.
But yeah, I think from a turnover standpoint,
Don't do them.
you have to play clean football.
Clean.
And
They did that against the Packers.
They did that against the Packers.
Got the dub.
I think though you want this to be a low possession game. I think you want it to be in the high teens, low 20s if you can in terms of points. And listen, it's going to come down to the last. I mean, in my mind, if you have a chance to win this game, it's going to be you either have a chance to get a stop at the end or you have a chance to go down the field. And last year in both games, the Broncos had that opportunity, right? And unfortunately, they're not able to convert it. There's been a couple times this year the Broncos have not been able to do that, but there's been others where they've been right there. And so I think if the Broncos are in this game, you're going to see with a minute or a couple minutes left, hey, can Russell Wilson and this offense go down the field and score? And if you do, you get just a massive win.
Yeah. The other thing that the defense did a nice job that first game was stopping the run. Isaiah Pacheco didn't go crazy. He's certainly capable of doing that. Broncos did a nice job there. I thought
they rushed the passer well in terms of it wasn't a lot of sacks, but they pressured him and got to him.
Yes,
did a nice job there.
So the defense, that was sort of their coming out. Like that was the first time that they really played a really solid, all across the board game. So going to need that again. Offensively, last week we saw them make a concerted effort to get Cortland Sutton the ball a lot, especially early in that game. Jerry Jeudy got his targets too. I think that's going to be important too, is like making sure that those two guys are a factor in this game right off the bat. You know, especially Jerry Jeudy. I feel like he's so dangerous with the ball in his hands. One of the things that I was talking to my good friend Nate Jackson about this, he was like, sometimes when Jerry gets the ball, quickly there's like three defenders on him. You know what I mean? And he's not really able to showcase what he can do with the ball in his hand. You know, where the areas where he's catching the ball or the type of routes that he's getting, it's just catch the ball and then like kind of go down. If he's able to get the ball somehow in space or like running or like just moving already, then there's a certain element of his game like Mims that he can really do some damage. So I think trying to find ways to get him the ball while he's already moving in space a little bit. That could also, because I do think that the Broncos, while they want to drive the ball down, they're going to have to get some chunk plays here or there. So I think Judy getting him involved and then taking some shots maybe to Mims is going to be a big deal too, I think.
But you do that right by running the football well to
sending
start.
It up.
Yeah, making guys crash down, and then that gives Jerry Jeudy space to run.
And Javonte played his best game of the year last week.
Yeah,
I think he had 96 yards from scrimmage.
He's playing well. If you look kind of at his yardage totals from the start of his rookie year, we're very similar to where he was.
He's back.
He's playing well, and
he's all the way back.
You know, I'll be interested to see. Sean Payton said after that Chiefs game, "Hey, I didn't really like the plan we had," and talked about his game plan going in. You'd hope with a few more days here to game plan, with the benefit of having seen what the Broncos, how things went the first time. That maybe Sean Payton puts together a game plan that he feels a little better about, puts some of these guys in position to make plays. Certainly, you're going to have to throw the ball for more than 82 yards or whatever it was in order to – and you don't have to go crazy and throw for 300 yards. Some of these games that the Broncos have been very efficient. Russ has thrown for 200, 225, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That might be enough. But, I think back to last year in Kansas City. That sort of game where – even with the turnovers, the Broncos were right in it. But if you play a cleaner football game and just kind of play the way they did last year, running the football well, some of these big formations, finding ways to just get a few chunk plays here or there, it's going to put you in position to play with these guys and have a chance. And that's the thing that that makes these guys so difficult is they have the ability to just boat race teams, right?
Yeah.
And then even when you're in a close game with them, they're good enough that they figure out how to win a lot of the times. And so, there's a reason why they've won 2 Super Bowls and why they've won a bunch of division titles. It's a good team.
Yeah, and the other thing they do is they execute on critical downs. Like if it's like a third down that they really need to get it, for whatever reason, they'll always get it. And then if they don't, it's always like 4th and inches, and then they just go for it and get it. And I don't know what it is about them, but they're just always doing that.
Yeah, they're good.
Like the games come down to these plays, and then they always just execute right when they need to. So, it's a big challenge, and you're going to have to out-execute them. That's if they execute and you out-execute,
boom,
you win the game.
Boom, boom, game.
You win the game.
Yeah, and listen, it's there's a reason why it's a tough test and why a win would mean so much, because you would be stealing a game that nobody thinks you're going to win, and
you beat these guys,
and you get the monkey off your back of 16 straight games. You don't have to talk about it anymore. And
I cannot stress what a win would mean enough. Like it would just. I do think that when you go into these games, it's different than any other game. As much as you try to make it the same, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's different.
But a win would be cool.
A win would be very cool.
I think it ends the streak, so you can stop talking about that. Sean Payton, after the game against the Packers, was asked, "Hey, you guys have lost 10 in a row at halftime."
Sick of it. Oh! I thought the home thing. He was.
No. You've lost 10 in a row, and he said, "I haven't lost 10 in a row."
Yeah, exactly.
This team has not lost 10 in a row at home.
Yeah,
and so I think that even just one win. You could sit there and say, hey, under Sean Payton, the Broncos are 1-1 against these guys.
Yeah.
And they protected home field against the Chiefs. And moving forward, if you can split with the Chiefs, perfect. You're in good shape.
Yeah.
No one expects to go out and sweep these guys every year, right? So
even when the Broncos were really good, like with John Elway and stuff, they were always splitting.
Right. And so that's all you need to do. And so if you could go out and get a win, it gets rid of the streak, it sends a message, hey, under Sean Payton, we're 1-1 against these guys. I think it also sends a message to this team that if we can beat these guys, we can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
And so you're at 3-5 at the bye.
You're like in Cancun. You're on the beach there.
Yep.
You gotta.
We're all laying next to each other.
We're all laying next to each other. He's got his flannel on. Yeah.
The flannel Speedo. Can we say that? Can we tell people that?
They have just developed the technology. Yeah. That they're going to unveil these things.
Too hot to handle. I think
please be safe with this.
Yeah.
It's not for children.
No. Can't even be near them.
Yeah. There's a lot of warning labels all over it comes in sort of like a briefcase. that's locked.
He's like, bring me the flannel.
Like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. You go into the back.
Yeah.
They don't have it out, of course.
No.
Yeah. It's more of like a test trial.
Sort of like a one-size-fits-all situation, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. There's a lot of elastic hidden, so
Yep.
yeah, you don't really
so
see
you wear
that.
the flannel.
Yeah. And,
Okay, so we'll be in Cancun. Swanson's wearing that.
And we've got some sort of nice drinks. Maybe some coconut is involved.
Yep. Any
and-
sort of spirits?
Well, we'll have to see.
Okay.
But yes. And you're just enjoying yourself and you're thinking about the win.
Uh-huh.
And that's what this thing could do.
Oh, that's
right.
Wow, we really set that up for not a lot
well,
of payoff.
I'm saying you're talking about the confidence and you're thinking about
Yeah, just dreaming of what's next.
you're thinking about, hey, we did it.
I think when I looked at the schedule, Phil, if you will indulge me for just a second,
When was this?
before
March.
before the season, yeah. Well, the schedule
April.
wasn't out in March, so
Well,
in
you
May.
see it.
That's true. I help.
You
well, I
confirm
went
it.
in-
You help.
Did I
place
find it next to the ice helmet
it. Yeah, when you were hiking. Yeah.
when I was out
Yeah.
there with my
Peter King
pickaxe?
does these things about talking about like a room with all these computers running and stuff. That's
Made up.
what they want you to think. You
Really
found
found
it
in nature
in nature
next to the ice helmet.
next to the ice helmet when you
I
were
left the ice helmet
climbing.
there for a while. I came back for it.
You
I needed
Yes.
a bigger tool.
you couldn't have hauled it back.
No, too much.
Yeah, that would have been
too much to have both at the same
Yeah,
time.
and you needed the schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So then you got that.
when I found that, I looked at it and I said, "Hey, realistically, as long as you're 4-4 at the bye, you're probably okay. Can you get to 4-4?
Ooh,
And
so 3 and 5 wouldn't be too far off.
so 3-5, if you could do that, wouldn't be, I don't think, a disaster. There's a lot of teams right now in the AFC that are hovering around that kind of 500 mark.
yeah.
Would you still need to go on a run late in the season? Absolutely. But I think, Sean Payton was asked this week, how does this game impact your decision at the trade deadline? He said, not at
doesn't.
all. We're focused on this, winning with these guys. But I do think if this team could go out and beat Kansas City and show you that, hey, I think you just would look at everything differently. Instead of
Yes.
being like, oh, we lost to Washington and the Raiders and the Jets, you'd be like, man, if one
No.
if one or two plays went differently, we could be sitting here at 5-3 and feel like we're in contention. And I think
Yeah.
the same thing, if you beat the Chiefs and you're 3-5, do you still need to go on a run late in the year? Absolutely. But I do think you'd feel like, man, if we can just play the football we've been playing the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
we absolutely have a chance to get back in this thing. And you look at some of the teams coming up, games against the Vikings and Browns at home, still got a chance to play a couple divisional teams. I mean,
Yes.
a win this week, I think would inspire this team in terms of what it's capable of this year.
Yeah, the confidence level in the locker room would be just through the roof. And the buy-in and just like the positive energy
Yeah.
and like the culture would just be, it's such a better place if you're able to get this thing done.
It's one thing to say, hey, we beat the Packers at home, but then we lost to the Chiefs. If you beat the Chiefs, no one's going to be able to tell these guys you can't go to Buffalo and get a win.
Yeah, exactly.
And it doesn't mean you're going to win every game, but you'll have the belief
Confidence.
that you can
Yeah.
win every game.
And you kind of have to somehow like sort of make that a part of your thought process going into this. Like you have to believe you can do it, even though it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Like you have to, how like a golfer envisions a shot beforehand. I'm trying
Swanson?
to put it in terms you'll understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to just make it so you can understand.
Like an artist pictures what the sunrise will look like.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to see it first, but
Believe it.
yeah, I'm not talking about that in this situation.
Okay, different. This is different.
This is different. Yeah.
That one's cool.
You have to envision it beforehand. And I think that the Broncos have to sort of have that belief that, yeah, we can beat these guys. If you don't have that going into it, it's hard to actually do it. So I think you have to sort of create that somehow beforehand. Maybe it's some hype videos. Maybe you see some like sharks just like in the water, just like chewing
Who
stuff.
would make those?
It may be somebody in digital media or something. I don't know. Do you think?
Who knows?
Is that how you would do it? Or
That could make sense.
maybe you get like just like a mixtape of like Michael Jordan thoughts, some Kobe stuff maybe mixed in there, and you just get jacked up before the
Then
game.
you go play, then you got to win.
DJ Squizzy, he's got to
what
be
about him?
playing the.
The hits?
You see, when you go into Arrowhead, they're playing their music, and you're like, "What is You don't feel, you're not vibing. When you're at home, DJ Squizzy's up there and he's going to be playing the Broncos
Vibes.
win. Put on the
Jams.
Broncos win mix
Ooh.
first before the game.
He found that before last week?
He was climbing around the same area you were climbing.
I told him he should have just come with me originally.
Yeah.
He said, I'll go
he
later.
didn't believe you. He said
I'll
he
go
thought
in
you were
October.
crazy. Yeah. He said, I'll go before the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
So I heard he found that. And then there's like subliminal things too, like coming in from the speakers.
Yep.
You know, those things where they're like, I am a winner. You know, like you just listen to over and over, like, I can do this.
Is that what's going through your headphones
I'm
when you're
good
at your,
enough.
when you're at
You
your
know,
desk?
those are coming through. You know what I mean? And you just,
That's it.
when they kick it off, you're ready. You're jacked up and you're ready,
Ready
to
to
go.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would
That's
do.
what you would do. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because don't downplay that.
No,
Is this
you
part
don't
of
want
it?
to.
Anything can help, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Anything. Yeah. So we'll see.
I think it's a. You're right. Where sometimes we make too much of what one game would mean, and certainly if you win, Sean Payton would. We'll talk about this if and when they win, but Sean Payton would have some work to do. I think in terms of keeping these guys level-headed and not letting it.
That's a
spill over
good
too
problem.
much.
I like that problem.
Right, that's a good problem.
I
to
love
have.
those problems.
But I do think it's hard to really overstate what this would mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it would
I don't
be
think you
big.
can. Yeah. It would be huge. I think I think it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just, like I said, you'd be on the beach somewhere really enjoying it. Living it up, if you will.
Coconut.
Yeah.
Put the lime in the coconut?
I sometimes, yeah.
What do you
Not
do?
always, but sometimes.
You know what? You shake it all up.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I enjoy it. Like on vacation, a nice like pina colada, I think would be nice. I think it could be nice with the little umbrella.
Of course.
Swanson, what do you do?
A nice gin and tonic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, on the beach.
you could do a Mai Tai with John Lynch.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
I don't think you wear a tie on the beach.
Some people,
Some people do.
yeah, if you're professional.
I don't think he's interested in having a Mai Tai with me, though.
I don't know when the
You gotta
fuck.
put your headphones on and do the "I am good enough."
I am. Gosh
I
darn
am-
it, people like me.
I am enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough. I'm enough.
I'm like,
I don't know. Okay, anything else you want to talk about with
I
this
don't
game?
think so.
You think it's
I'm
nice?
excited to watch it. I think
I'm excited. What about the weather? You think that helps the Broncos or hurts the Broncos? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just play football.
You can only control what you can control.
Play football.
You do the big cleats.
I'll
What
say
do you
this.
think?
The
You talk to
Broncos,
equipment
the
this
Broncos
week?
have played in. No, I'll leave that to you. The Broncos have played these guys in the snow. They've played them in the rain. They've played them with a lot of wind. They've played them on beautiful days.
They play them on the grass.
It hasn't mattered. So
doesn't
just go get a win no matter what. It's
Go win the game.
yeah, go win the game.
Of course, the weather, it helps the offensive player, I think, because the offensive player knows where they're going. The defensive
You hope.
player is reacting.
I think ideally.
Sometimes the defense knows where you're going too, though.
Yeah. If you play for our friend Matt Boyer's alma mater, the defense knows where you're going.
Oh yeah, they just like look at the signs,
Start
right?
going.
So, yeah, who knows what those signs
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, we listen to the neutral zone. We got the game plan. You know,
It's just
kind of
like
thing.
that, yeah.
it's almost the same thing. So,
Easy plays. They're like, oh, we got to watch out for the easy plays.
yeah, exacyly. I think they're going to try some of those this week. And they're like, okay, alert, easy.
That's what that means. If you ever listen to a quarterback, he's up at the line, says,
They got the
easy,
microphones?
easy.
They got
That's
the
what that
microphone.
means.
Yeah, exactly.
Do the easy play.
Exactly. And they're like, the defense is like, no. Like, after the game, they're like, what happened? They ran easy. We weren't ready for it. You know, we don't know how to stop easy.
Did you see Travis Kelce was mic'd up in the Chargers game?
No, I didn't see.
And before the snap, he was like, cover zero, it's cover zero, it's cover zero. And he ran a route. And then afterwards, the DB was like, how did you know that?
Oh,
Yeah. And Travis was like, I played a long time.
I know things.
Played a long time.
Yeah, he knows a lot of stuff.
That's,
Because I think that sometimes he'll get to the line of scrimmage and he'll like wink or do like a head nod or something to Pat.
and then he's like, do this,
And Mahomes?
this play.
Yeah, and then
You run around.
they know what that means. Everybody else is running one play and they got their own little secret society.
Do you think other people
hard
on
to
the
get
team
in.
are jealous? They're like,
Yeah.
I want to run a fake route.
I've never been to Kansas City's facility, but I heard they got like a cool tree house only for those two.
They got a
Nobody else
treehouse.
allowed. Yeah, nobody else allowed. Secret club type of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Secret handshake.
Of course. Yeah. No one else allowed
Wow.
in. No one else allowed in. It's tough. It's very. I heard that Tyreek used to be in it, but
Not anymore.
not anymore. Yeah, he used to be allowed.
He's with Tua now.
Who?
Tua?
Tua. Tua what? Tua of what? I don't know. No good? Yeah, that was bad. Okay, fine. Should we get to some voicemails?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I think we have one from a first-time caller, and I believe his name is Cole.
My name's Cole. I'm from a small town in Colorado. Just wanted to tell you guys were talking about the losses and the road wins and stuff today, and the road win that we had down in Dallas, I don't know which one of you said it, but you said that it really didn't lead to anything. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that my wife is a Cowboys fan, and I proposed to her at that game, and we are married and have a little boy, and she's not a Broncos fan yet, but we have a mixed house, so it did lead to something. It led to that, not nothing. Just wanted to let you guys know that. You guys have a good day, man.
All right, thanks to Cole. Brought up a very good point that even some things that we don't really necessarily think about could come from a win. We slept on the getting married thing.
Yeah, we didn't think about it.
We didn't think about that.
That was an oversight. We'll be
That was
better.
an oversight. I sort of blame Ben Swanson.
Yeah, he should have told us.
He should have kept he said a fact check.
Fact check marriage.
Actually, Cole proposed
married.
at that game,
And then got married.
the
As a
Broncos
child,
win.
right?
Yeah,
Exciting.
yeah. Still house. He said it's house divided though.
Yeah.
So the next time the Broncos play the Cowboys, I don't know what's going to happen.
If maybe you can chime back in. If the Broncos had lost that game, would he not be married?
Oh, it's a very good point. But maybe
Maybe
maybe the
such a
confidence.
bad. Oh yeah.
After
It's like if the Broncos can beat the Cowboys, I can propose to this woman.
it's a lot. There's a lot on the line, obviously, and it's a very nervous situation. Like you want everything to go perfectly, and so a win. You're like Tim Patrick can make that touchdown. Like let's do this. You're feeling good. You know what I mean? And you're like, yeah, let's do it.
Makes sense.
I don't
Propose.
think Cooper can get that sack.
Did he have a sack that game?
think
Dak?
2.
Oh, 2?
I think so.
Wow.
That was the debut of Coop.
The next question I have is like, okay, if you get engaged at a game, are you using the Jumbotron or not? Or are you just doing your
I
own
feel like
thing
they probably
there?
didn't put a Broncos fan on the Jumbotron in Dallas.
I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you keep that part secret, and then they're all ready to go. They're like, cue up the engagement.
I think, Swanson, were you there?
I was not there.
Oh, I was there. I don't remember that happening, so I'm going to say it didn't happen.
Oh, really?
And it's a big Jumbotron
It is
there.
a big one. You wouldn't
Hard to miss.
that. Yeah.
If they put a Bronco fan up on the board to propose.
Have you ever seen some of these now where they do like fake little things that they put up on there? And so sometimes they'll create like sort of a fake proposal. And so everybody's watching. And then the woman is like, no. And then she's like, no, don't do that. And then everybody's like, oh, come on. But it's all like sort of a fake situation. Have you ever seen that?
What?
Is this a dream you had?
No, this is what they do like at different games.
do you know
Certainly, like
this?
Rocky does this
What
at
happens
Nuggets
next?
games.
Yeah, how
like
do you know?
he'll pretend he'll be like carrying a cake or something, and then he'll fall, and the cake will like smash into somebody.
You think that's fake?
Yes,
That's real.
it's all been arranged.
How do you know the failed proposal is?
Because it's like over the top, and then everybody's like, "Come on!" And then she's like, and then it keeps like escalating, and then you're like, "Oh, that was fake."
I have to think there's some that are real.
Do you think of the history? Okay, give me a percentage of Jumbotron engagements that don't go according to plan.
50-50.
No,
I
that's
think
not
PFF has this.
It either goes to plan or it doesn't.
Some may say you're right there, but do you think it's ever happened where they say no?
Yes.
You think so? Have you ever seen it? Have you ever been at a game where they're like,
I
no?
think sometimes they're like, oh, let's talk about this later. And they're like,
you think
yeah.
Do they hug and embrace after that?
No, I think you're like, oh.
But almost always you see the embrace.
yeah. I mean, I
I'm saying
can't.
always you've seen it. Not almost always you see it. Unless it's
So what do
fake. Unless it's fake.
So then always I wouldn't see it.
Then you always see it. Except when I've seen it and it doesn't go according
This
to
is
plan,
good.
then I know it's fake.
So I think this one that we got the voicemail about is probably real. So congrats.
Yes, but I don't know if they use the Jumbotron. You're
think-
saying no.
Yeah, because he was a Bronco
Jumbotron
fan in
proposal
Dallas.
Truth.
What if they didn't put them on the screen? They just put the wording, and he was like, "Hey, look up at the screen." And, you know,
Yeah. Jessica, will you marry me?
exactly. Who's Jessica? Huh?
That's Cole's wife.
Oh God, I don't know. Did he say it?
Were you not listening?
I wasn't. I'm sorry. Jessica, congratulations.
We got another voicemail?
Yeah, I think we got one more. This is, of course, from our friend Brandon in Iowa.
How we doing tonight? Good to get the dub against Green Bay. Man, I thought that that first half was pretty sketchy. I was waiting for a couple tutties, but it didn't happen. It's all good. We still end up scoring. That's what matters most. And find a way to win. That's the most important thing. I look forward to being in Mile High Stadium next week when the Broncos are going to beat the Chiefs. Go Broncos. See you fellas next week.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Coming to the Chiefs game, huh?
Yeah, let's go. Good luck, Char, maybe.
You're going to go say hi to him, or like you venture out of the press box, or no?
No, I don't. Not at that temperature.
You're sort of locked
Are you
in there.
crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone is going to have to come get me from my car.
Oh, into the stadium.
Wrap me in a
Why don't you just drive your
ShamWow.
car right into the, get a ShamWow going?
I do drive into the stadium.
Right into the stadium, yeah.
But then from the like underground, it's still a little chilly.
Oh, really?
So you get in the elevator.
Yeah, yeah.
I of course have the one that just goes straight up to my seat.
Yeah, right into your seat. Yeah, yeah. That could be nice. That's next level kind of thing.
I get in the chair.
Yeah.
So I can stay in the chair.
Yeah, exactly. The chair's in the elevator.
In the elevator. I get in that. They just push me out right to my seat.
Boom.
Boom. After the game, I get wheeled back into the elevator.
Yeah.
They take me down to the press conference. Boom. Start asking my questions.
Then you start firing away.
Yeah.
That's what a true R does.
And then I walk to the locker room because let's not be lazy here.
Yeah, that is true. That's nice. That's good for you.
That's
You could have the players seeing you.
What if the chair was the chair that you drove the car in? That way you didn't have to get out of anything. Just the roof was removed.
Like a drive-in.
And it just went up.
Or maybe I just take the car up to the press box. Kind of like a drive-in movie.
Yeah.
Lean out the window.
You never get out.
Coach.
Yeah. You get a burger, some fries, delivered right to the car.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But Brandon's going to be there,
Yeah,
so
but I
be
will
nice.
not see Brandon because I'll be.
I might say
I'll be
I'll go
inside.
down there and I'll say hi.
Do you go to the games?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swanson will see him.
But do you do a scarf when it gets cold outside? Or
I'm not a big scarf guy.
Yeah. I like the look of a scarf. Like it's very European. And I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I was like, that looks sharp.
Cool or different?
It looks cool. It looks very cool. But I just don't know
You
if
can't
I
pull
can
it
do
off?
it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try, though. I think I might wear a scarf this week and go to the game. I've been playing.
What do you think about earmuffs?
The team is like thinking, okay, what are we going to do, Travis, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, should I do a scarf or not?
Football
What
guy.
do you think?
Put me on the
Hair?
Jumbotron. How do I look?
If your hair, gets a little bit frosty, it could cause some problems.
Frosted tips.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
I know that's why I said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
I'm not going to change the color of my hair. It's just they could get frosted still.
What does changing the color of your
have you
hair have
even
to do with
tried?
anything?
It's a frosted situation.
Tried to
yeah.
do frosted
I think
tips?
so.
I've never tried. In middle school, that was popular with everybody. I did not do that, of course. I always looked like this.
It's concerning.
Yeah. I had a
Basketball,
vision.
great.
I had a vision, and I achieved it very early. Yeah. Okay. Any shout outs you'd like to get to, Eric? Any shout outs?
Yeah.
Of course, Liz Gerald's.
Liz Gerald's
Could be nice.
community.
Shout out.
Food Bank of the Rockies.
Oh, yeah.
Swanson was there.
You were there,
I
Swanson.
was there.
It's nice. Of course, shout out to your Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet ring. I think there was 84 carats of diamond in there. 84. Yeah, 84. I think each ring
What does it
cost.
4
stand
carats
for?
of
What does it
diamond.
mean?
Yeah, a lot.
They could really just say whatever they
a
want.
lot. Yeah, they could really say.
You know?
And you're just like, wow.
Yeah, cool.
84 would be
there's
insane, but-
3,000 carats in this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. Each ring cost $1 billion.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
There's 100 rubies.
There was a secret ring inside the ring.
Yeah. A little much.
That was,
2
yeah.
rings. Why not 3 rings?
It can change the color though. Like at the top, you like kind of click it across. It's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. Of course, the banner went up. It was nice. It was pretty cool.
And then what happened?
Yeah, what happened after that, Eric?
Did the season start?
Yeah. I don't know if your team knew that.
I don't have an NBA.
You have a
team.
player. Yeah, and he's on a
I'm really
minutes
focused. I'm really
restriction.
focused on football at the moment.
Oh, got it.
You forgot the game kept.
You forgot. A couple of other guys forgot the game kept playing. A couple of those guys.
Yeah.
Any other shout-outs? Though, of course,
think so.
yeah, it's been kind of a quiet week, I feel like, in terms of shout-outs. Kawhi?
No Kawhi. Yeah.
Oh.
No Kawhi.
No.
Ike's podcast.
This is not an Ike. Who? I don't know Ike. Yeah, either. Okay, anything else you want to talk about, or
Anybody else you
you
want to
want
talk
to talk
to?
to? Yeah, we get another
A lot
voicemail.
of people.
You get a voicemail going, or we're done?
Yeah.
Oh, we're done with that segment. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back. It's a bye week, but not for us.
No.
Roll
It's a hello
Stovey
week.
podcast.
It is for me though.
It's a work week.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Work?
Monday.
What do you do on a bye week, Eric? You don't go to the beach, of course.
No. You and Swanson will be down there, but I'll be here working. There's always something to do.
There is.
And especially if the Broncos win, I'll just be looking at that schedule all weekend long.
Yes, it'll be like that meme from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the strings and the whiteboard and everything. You know, it'll be like that sort
I
of
have that
situation.
set up right by my desk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You be doing the wind horse too? Yeah. Swanson, if you do that,
I know, I
you have
gotta
to make
talk,
noise in your
so
microphone. Yeah. So
Well, we
then,
had someone operating it.
no, there you go. Oh, nope. You were on for
Nope.
just a quick flash.
Because you can't
And
stop talking.
Yeah.
No, all of the mics have to be on for it to get to that point.
Swanson,
Swanson,
all
talk
stop
like
talking?
that a little bit.
I need to keep talking. Maybe we should try this after the podcast is
yeah,
over.
see? This is nothing. You just have to shut up for a second.
Well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, if Denver beats the Chiefs, that's a win horse.
That's true.
You like that?
Yeah. You could use Broncos to set it up instead of Denver so that there's a tie.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
I'm
just
talking about
Broncos
two
win.
horses. Then I'm talking
I'm
about
ju-
two
I'll
horses.
just
Oh,
leave
then that's
now.
two
You
horses.
can keep going if you want.
Got it. Okay. Swanson. I don't even, why does he even?
I don't know.
Yeah. Go find your briefcase.
Thursday podcast, much better than the Monday one.
Okay.
Some would say no. Some would say
50-50.
50-50. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Ben Swanson and Eric Dalala, I am Phil Milani. You've been listening to
The Neutral Zone.